59% of alcohol sold in Kenya is illicit, a percentage that, according to the Alcohol and Beverages Association of Kenya, is likely to increase if the proposed excise tax increment in the Finance Bill 2024 is implemented. While appearing before the National Assembly Finance and Planning Committee, ABAK opposed the proposed excise tax rates for beer, wines and spirits, claiming it will threaten manufacturing and deter investors. This even as critics of drug and alcohol use called for more punitive taxes to discourage consumption. Safina Chieng Oma attended the Public Participation Forum and filed this report.
The National Assembly Finance and Planning Committee continued to receive views on the Finance Bill 2024 on Friday.
And maybe we need to have a study.
The proposed tax measures eliciting a heated argument on the tricky balance between encouraging trade and discouraging consumption of alcohol and tobacco in the country. First to appear before the committee were representatives from the Alcohol and Beverages Association of Kenya, ABAK, who expressed their reservations with the proposal to increase excise tax rates on alcohol, specifically spirits, by about 80%.
250 ml is what the local mwananchi would relate to. Now, with the 250 ml, its average price is about 290. And in terms of costs, excise, we currently pay at about 89. If the proposal to have 80% excise tax increase is added onto it, which is a proposal to change to 16 per CL, sadly, this cost will go above 400 shillings. A cost that will be way higher compared to what Tanzania will cost, compared to also the landed cost of also Ugandan spirits.
They argued that the excessive taxes will not only discourage investors but create loopholes for illicit trade of alcohol. They also wanted the taxes on raw materials reviewed to lower the cost of production and give Kenya a competitive advantage over its neighboring countries.
There's a higher tax burden in Kenya than in the other countries. And that difference is what creates the incentive for consumers to find alternatives in contraband. If they can't consume contraband, they end up in illicit.
As a country, 59% of what is sold in Kenya is illicit. So 41%, ABAK members are only playing in the 41% share of the pie.
Anti-alcohol and drugs crusaders, however, held a contrary opinion. While making their presentations to the committee, the Students' Campaign Against Drugs took the committee into the depth of the alcohol and tobacco consumption crisis in Kenya and its impact on the youth.
Nationally, the overall level of alcohol use on any month is 11.8%. For children in secondary schools, it is 3.8%, and for those in primary schools, it is 2.6%.
The stakeholders advocated for further tax increments to discourage access and consumption.
22.5%. But we implore you to use the wisdom, which is clearly evidence in this room, to vary upwards the rates with respect to beer to 33%. We don't want to see a scenario where beer, the current prices are going down. Because if they go down, then the target population is not you and me who can afford the drinks. The target population then becomes the young people.
Research has shown that tax is the single most effective tool or measure in reducing tobacco consumption, and that specifically uniform and specific excise taxes.
When prices for these, happy things go too high, then people are going for alternatives which we are not able to see, we are not able to control.
The committee's chair, Kimani Kuria, challenged the stakeholders to prioritize the interest of consumers, even as they seek tax incentives.
What you've seen over time is if there is a proposal to increase anything, then the market will respond quickly by increasing even with a higher proportionate than the real increase. But when it is, on the other hand, a reduction or an incentive of a saving, then we don't see the same reflecting in the prices in the market.
Players in the e-mobility sector also opposed some sections of the finance bill, which they say will claw back the tax benefits enjoyed in the sector. Other contentious proposals debated included the imposition of 16% VAT on lithium-ion batteries and denatured ethyl alcohol cooking fuel. The Finance Committee will continue receiving views from members of the public on the bill, which intends to raise an additional $323 billion in taxes in the financial year that starts in July. Safina Cheng Omar, Citizen TV.